The bridge of the Indomitable hummed with controlled tension as Commander Hyal reviewed the tactical display. 300 human warships hung in formation around her flagship, their hulls scarred from a dozen skirmishes with the Valorian collective. Each vessel represented humanity's refusal to bow, to scrape, to beg for mercy from aliens who saw them as nothing more than primitives from a nightmare world. "Ma'am, the Valorian ambassador is hailing us again," Lieutenant Kivan reported from the communications station, his jaw tight with barely suppressed anger. "Same condescending rhetoric. They're offering us one final chance to surrender our outer colonies." Hyal's dark eyes flashed. For 15 years, the galactic community had treated Earth and her colonies like wayward children, dangerous, unpredictable Deathworlders who had somehow stumbled into space travel. The Valorians, with their crystalline towers and thousand-year lifespans, had been the worst offenders. They saw humanity's 2-century space presence as an infant's first steps, worthy of patronizing smiles and restrictive guidance. "Put him through," Hyal said, her voice ice-cold. The holographic display shimmered, revealing Ambassador Thelkson, his elegant features arranged in what he probably thought was a benevolent expression. "Commander Hyal, I trust you've considered our generous offer. The Outer Rim territories are far too volatile for your species to manage." "Valorian oversight would be an act of war," Hyal interrupted, leaning forward in her command chair. "Ambassador, let me be perfectly clear. Humanity didn't crawl out of Earth's gravity well to exchange one set of masters for another. We've listened to your guidance for 15 years. We've endured your sanctions, your blockades, your constant reminders that we're from a Class 12 death world and should be grateful you even acknowledge our existence." Thelkson's expression flickered with irritation. "Your emotional outburst proves our point, Commander. Deathworlders lack the temperament for—" "We're done talking," Hyal said flatly. "Every human colony, every station, every ship answers to Earth and Earth alone. If the Valorian collective attempts to seize our territories, we will consider it an act of war and respond accordingly." A ripple of shock passed through the Valorian's features. "You cannot possibly believe your primitive fleet can stand against the combined might of the collective. We have 5,000 warships, technologies refined over millennia. And we have 300 ships crewed by Deathworlders," Kivan interjected, unable to contain himself. "People who evolved dodging apex predators, surviving diseases that would kill your entire species, and thriving on a world with gravity that would crush your bones. You've spent 1,000 years in peace. We've spent 10,000 at war, with our planet, with each other, with everything that tried to kill us. And we're still here." Hyal allowed herself a thin smile. "The lieutenant makes an excellent point. Your ships are magnificent, Ambassador. Elegant, built for speed and efficiency by species that evolved on gentle worlds under kind suns. Our ships." She gestured at the tactical display. "Overbuilt, over-armored, redundant systems on top of redundant systems, because that's what you do when you come from a world that's trying to kill you every single day." "This is madness," Thelkson protested. The Council will watch," Hyal said, standing now, her full command presence filling the bridge. "Because if you start this war, Ambassador, we will finish it. And when we do, every species in the galaxy will learn what humanity has known since our ancestors first picked up stones and decided to fight back against predators twice their size. We don't quit. We don't surrender, and we sure as hell don't bow." She nodded to Kivan, who cut the transmission with evident satisfaction. "Ma'am," her tactical officer called out. "Valorian battle group entering weapons range. 16 cruisers, 4 dreadnoughts." Hyal's smile widened into something predatory. "They came to make a point. Let's make ours. All ships, battle stations. Power to weapons and shields. Time to show these arrogant bastards what happens when you back Deathworlders into a corner." The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency, no hesitation, no fear. They'd all grown up on Earth, had all felt their world's crushing gravity, breathed its volatile atmosphere, survived its storms and quakes and predators. They'd been forged in conditions that would kill most galactic citizens within hours. "Fleet reports ready, Commander," Kivan announced, his voice steady despite the enormity of what they were about to do. "All captains await your order." Hyal looked at the tactical display one last time. 300 human ships against the leading edge of the Valorian collective's might. Against impossible odds, as always. But humans had been beating impossible odds since before they learned to make fire. "All ships," she commanded. her voice carrying across the fleet's communication network. "This is Commander Hayal. For 15 years, they've told us we're too primitive, too violent, too dangerous. Today we prove them right. Engage at will. Show them why you don't piss off Deathworlders." The Indomitable surged forward, her sisters following in perfect formation. As the first weapons fire lit up the void, Hayal felt a savage satisfaction. The galaxy had wanted to keep humanity in a box, controlled and contained. They'd just opened that box. And now they'd learn the price of alien arrogance.